Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, it's been a while since the last video, but uh, I've been trying to climb to masters, uh, not very successfully, but yeah, I promise when I get there, well, I'll try and make some new decks, cause uh, I know that you guys have already seen like Xavier LeBlanc, J4 Renekton on other people's channels already, so yeah. Uh, I'm entering a tournament tomorrow, and this is one of the decks in my lineup. Shen Fiora, you already know. You guys already know this deck. It's pretty good. Golden Aegis is nice. I have it as a one up here. Most people are on two of, but I think it acts fine as a one of. Yeah, this might be edited a bit before the tournament, but if you go to the Mobalytics link in the description, it should all be updated. Um, So yeah, let's get into the deck guide. Um, First we have one of Chain Vest. Since this is a tourney deck, I like this. It just adds an extra one of to play around for people, and it comes in pretty clutch for like your Fiora or sometimes your Shen as well. Yeah, it's just a nice one of protects from pings, sometimes mystics, etc. Fleet Feather Tracker. This is great. Challengers work really well with barrier. Tracker, if you're attacking on evens, Tracker on 1 plus Bright Steel on 2. Works really well together. And yeah, there's a lot of synergy in the deck. Green Glade Caretaker. Amazing card in this deck. Sometimes you can get this card up to like 20 attack plus. Yeah, if they don't remove it and it gets an open attack, you can sometimes start to lethal if they just block incorrectly, or you have like two of these and then you just riposte one. Like that's +5 attack, right? Yeah. Um, really amazing in the deck. I love it as a 3 of. Some people run it too. Some people cut it entirely, but I think you should just run it. Bright Steel, auto 3 of. Even in like non-Shen decks where the barrier is not necessarily needed, this works amazing with Challenger. Um, it's just even if you don't use the barrier, sometimes you can drop it down as 2 mana 3/2 in aggro matchups as well, and that works really well. Sharp Sight, uh, could be a 3 of. Great card, +2/+2, block elusives. Um, yeah, helps proc Fiora win cons. Helps protect your River Shaper. Um, yeah, not much to be said there. Single combat, uh, like if you just have 2 mana up against like TF Fizz, which is the most popular deck right now, I think, then they can't TF on 4 if you have like River Shaper or Fiora, because unless they have like TF plus like Mystic for River Shaper, but like yeah, this like just having 2 mana up is insane, especially with the barrier synergy, because if you drop Shen and then they don't block your barrier unit, you could use single combat to use the barrier proactively. But of course this is a card that's a lot better when used reactively, but it has the flexibility to be used both proactively and reactively, which is pretty amazing. Fiora, just like a very threatening win condition for the deck. Um, Honestly, sometimes you just have a hand and you just know like, oh, this is a hand where I could just win with Fiora, and they can't really do much, right? So yeah. Of course, if you're against like Lissandra and they have Shadow Isles, make sure you keep denies for the vengeance. Uh, you probably won't win with Fiora against that deck anyway, but yeah, just make sure you're aware vengeance, right? You don't have unyielding in this deck, so yeah. River Shaper refills your hand. Um, Greatly needed, draws your spells. You have a lot of spells in this deck to draw, and when you thin out your spells, you have a higher chance of drawing your power units as well. So yeah, thins out your deck. great. Keep them alive. Just if you don't like so between Fiora and River Shaper to keep alive, you gotta decide that one yourself. Whether you need more cards, whether you can touch if Fiora win condition, etc. But yeah, amazing card with the barrier synergy. I don't know if you can run him in a lot of other decks. I think people experimented with him in Ezreal Karma for a little bit, but I'm not sure how well that worked. Deny. Uh, some people might be wondering why I'm not running an Opify. It's kind of good into Aphelios. You can deny the Crescendum Boxopus power play, right? But I mean, um, I don't know. I just haven't seen like sometimes in certain matchups, Opify just bricks, and I hate that. I don't like that in the card. Deny, it potentially bricks like against like Overwhelm for example, but in a lot of matchups like Shadow Isles or like even if you run into like Field Rush or even TF Fizz, you can use it like on Mind Meld, on Get Excited, etc. Right? So yeah, it's a great card. Everyone knows that. Golden Aegis, it's rally but better for this deck. Uh, that's all you need to know. Rally's great. This card's better. Chevalier, mm, again, Challenger works amazing with the barrier synergy. Uh, especially like it's a safe case with River Shaper where you can proc the strike effects over and over and over and over and over again sometimes. And sometimes you just strike once and that's okay. Like it's not bad, right? It's actually not bad to just um take out like a 3 health unit with this, get that free challenger unit from the strike, and you're good. Riposte, you can take down Trundles. There's a like there's a lot you can do. You can protect your Fiora with it. Uh, like protect your Shen, protect anything basically. And you can take down Cythrias. You can take down, I guess, like it's mainly Trundles. In this meta that I've seen, but yeah, it works well in the mirror too. This card is it works wonders sometimes because you can block with your Fiora and then riposte onto their enemy Shen. And then if they don't have their own barrier or like sharp sight, then oh well. Spirit's Refuge, great into aggro matchups. Just you need that heal. Sometimes you're getting overwhelmed. Sometimes you're against Nasus Kindred, Nasus Thresh. They draw like Curse Keeper, Butcher, onto you, and you're just like, well, this card's great, you know. Sometimes, especially on this card, the Green Lake Caretaker, you can heal a lot from it. Like actually, in absurd amounts from Spirit's Refuge, and yeah. It wins you the game sometimes, honestly, and that warrants it as a 2-0, in my opinion. Concerted Strike, uh, you want to use it on your strike units like Chevalier, River Shaper, Fiora, second, so she gets the kill. But if they have less than Fiora's attack, you want Fiora to strike first, right, and the River Shaper after. Use the eye. It'll show if Fiora levels up and if you get the card from River Shaper as well. If you strike with both of them. Yeah, really good value. Can kill some massive stuff. Yeah, great. Screeching Dragon, power unit in this deck. Works great with the barriers. I mean, you don't even need the barrier. Sometimes as a standalone unit, it just keeps growing, you know? You just swing in with a 4/5 dragon, like, what are they gonna do? Cythria, uh, Cythria and Brightsteel, these are our two, like, late game finishers in the deck. Of course, the theory you play earlier. Sometimes it's worth noting against certain decks, you just want to open attack. So it might be worth not playing Cythria against them if you're attacking on evens and then playing Cythria the next turn and setting up for an open attack then. Yeah, you just have to decide what cards you're playing around and decide whether or not it's worth to play Cythria there. Right, Steel, it's amazing on defense. It's amazing on offense. Make sure you have Deny Mana so you don't get ruinated if you're up against Shadow Isles. Cause yeah. you can definitely play this on turn 9, but if you're up against Shadow Owls, just don't. Just wait, just bank the mana, like even buff deny, like yeah. It's if you get this on board and it sticks, I've never really lost a game where that happens, to be honest. Yeah, so that's the deck. If you're wondering what my other 2 decks are for my lineup, they're going to be Overwhelm and Fate Fizz, I think. I'll just put all the decks in the description if you want them. So yeah, let's get into the games. Okay, so for mulligans, you're going to want to try mulligan for your 3 drops, your 1 drops, and the Bright Steel, because you don't have a lot of units in this deck. Keep Shen if you can. I wouldn't keep the late game units unless you have your early game set already. And some matchups you want to keep deny. Depends if they like have a spell that you probably need to deny in the future. Yeah, you can decide whether to keep spells if you have your early game ready. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the games. For real this time. Okay, so we're up against Zoya Philios. This is one of the meta decks right now. I'm tempted to keep Shen. Oh, I might have to mulligan him off though. Yeah. It is tempting, but I need the early game.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
So we don't have to attack here because what turn is it? On turn 3,
rise.
when he wants to play a Philios, we can threaten Tracker to kill him. Right? So you just play River Shaper, giving the Tracker Challenger here. And I bet he has a Philios in hand, because he's thinking. Because I don't think he can afford to. Actually, he might be able to burn this mana, but I'm going to let him burn the mana. Because. Oh, he plays Priestess instead. So now I can go ahead. Because I'm getting value now from my River Shaper. And if he pales, I'm just gonna Sharp Sight. Be like, I have better pale. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. And we drew single combat from that, which is great because we could just single combat the Aphelios, along with maybe Repose. I'm just gonna do that now. And if he wants to try Protect it, he can. But I don't think you'll be able to. Okay, so now he's gonna play Crescendum into Boxtopus, which is pretty obvious.
Been down, but his knee out.
We can pass him. I'm fine with if he attacks. Yeah. Now he can play Fiora.
By my honor, you must die.
Je suis soiling mon pantalon.
Did not know they had an interaction. Okay. So just play the Screeching Dragon out.
Strike quick shrine here.
We can let him burn this. Do you let him burn this? What does he have? What combat tricks does he have? Hush, which does nothing. The heals do nothing. Pale? He needs double pale for this. Spell Thief to steal nothing. What can he steal? Oh, okay. That was nice for me. And now he's gonna... Oh, maybe he wants to play Aphelios too. Or that.
Protect House Law.
What? Thought he was gonna kill the dragon. Okay. Well, at least his priestess card is gone, which is kind of cool. That
We
is
swim within the flows of magic.
a little bit greedy, my guy.
We were peaceful once.
Impasse. So he Sketchers here. If he Serpents,
Oh yeah, that's a pretty sparkle fly.
that's fine. Might want to kill one of these, and then we're just gonna sharp sight it. Nope. I'm gonna go ahead,
You're covered.
bury this, probably kill this. If he doesn't play something, this Overshaper is going to get value. It's probably gonna get value anyway. It's also important because, as you can see, we have no units to play it. Except the formation, which doesn't come down until turn 9. So we need to keep our board alive here. Right?
You're in over your head.
We can't afford to like super trade down the board. And if he procs Veil Temple, it buffs this, which is great because it's not gonna do anything. If he pales to kill River Shaper, we have a lot of protection for it. We can go ahead and Sharp Sight, we can go ahead and Spirits.
Leave or burn.
Last stuff we can do here. Okay. So I think he's going for Pale, but he doesn't have it. Okay, that's fine. We draw a card, which is great.
Waters take.
Single combat's amazing here. He can't play Aphelios. Second Veil Temple, a little bit annoying. So
I know these paths well.
we can't single combat here because he's gonna buff it with the Veil Temple, I think. I'm just gonna pass. Maybe we can concerted it. Okay.
The mountain knows me.
So that ended up getting buffed instead. They're gonna go ahead and this is tough. We can try this. I don't know if it'll work. Next time we're gonna play the Bright Steel, so maybe that wasn't the best idea, but hard to say. And if he swings at this, of course, we have Spirit's Refuge. Repulse if we want to, but probably gonna be this. Now, does he have Comet is the question, because if he got like Comet or something, that's a problem. Like, I can't really play Bright Seal into that, even though I want to. Okay. I'm playing it. Yeah, so he has the comment. Quite unfortunate. We're gonna go ahead and single combat. At least get value out off of this. Now we're gonna go ahead and take this swing. Utilize the barriers given to us. Also draw a card from River Shaper. Come on, where's our units though?
A gift from the river folk.
Very nice. Okay, this guy is thinking. Alright. Games with Aphelios decks take years, dude. Years.
The brighter my light, the stronger the shadow.
Crescendo.
A crescent path opens before us.
Okay. I might have misplayed this a bit. We can't do anything about that one. Gonna go ahead and Golden Aegis this. No, I'm gonna lifesteal this anyway, actually. That was a bad. I think this guy's making a mistake.
From darkness, light.
Maybe he's just not playing around sharp sight for some reason. Oh. No, it's dying. Please don't have second hush. Okay, that would be annoying. So we're gonna go ahead and sharp sight the River Shaper, I think. So he's gonna. Oh, frick. He is playing around sharp sight now. Alright. Well, that's a good game. Yeah, not the best first game, but I may have misplayed a bit the games.
What form will the waters take?
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, let's get into the next one. Alright. So Dash Nasus. Probably should not keep this. Probably should not keep these either. We'll just keep our one drop. Look for more of our early game. Found Fiora, nice. There's a lot you need to play or like try to play around against Dash Nasus, which makes it like
Woods protect their own.
slightly annoying, I would say. Especially like
The Emperor commands. The land
like
obeys.
Rock Hopper. If he Rock Hoppers, like for example, turn 2 right now, we can't play, or we shouldn't play Fiora turn 3, but we have to because this deck doesn't have a lot of units
Always
anyway.
forward.
So we, man, whatever. Honestly, we're killing that with Fiora next turn. Yeah, this is what I mean.
Look at this place.
It's just
Strengthening.
like we don't have any units to bait into the rock hopper.
Last Rame buys me a new sail.
So we can just pass, honestly. Our Fiora will live. He'll try to kill it, but it'll live.
Woohoo! I go.
Do you want to trade this?
My life for these lands.
I guess it's not gonna get much more value, even if it increases in attack later. Shape stone maybe? I don't know what that could be. They also have black spear, which is, I mean, we can only counter it with barriers or deny, but preferably use deny on a Tross. That's great for us. Like, that's actually pretty good. He might try black spear me here. In which case I'll just sharp sight. It's kind of the reason I can't Shen right now. Which sucks, but now we can Shen. I mean, what are we gonna do about that? And he also has Makai Sand Spinner, which is kind of annoying. Not all versions of Dash Nasus run it, but a lot of them do. Actually, maybe all versions of them run it. Maybe. We could go like this. See if he wants to block the Shen or not.
Dissident.
Sure. He also has Black Spear again. No, he doesn't. Does that have Bile? Yeah. I'm okay with Bile. I think. What does he have for 1 mana? Nothing. So you can go ahead and go for this. Kill the Thresh. Pretty great. Yeah. Okay.
An end to your cruelty.
Did not know they had that line. Very interesting. The good thing is, I don't think he slayed like a lot,
See what we see.
so Nasus isn't gonna be very big. We can pass here. If he attacks with this, we're just gonna block with the PR, right? Like, then you can try buff it, and then we're gonna buff our stuff. It's pretty good.
The soul wears away like grains of sand.
Okay, I'm just gonna pass again. Because we're playing reactively, there's no reason not to. Okay, that's fine. We're going to kill this. Sure.
Sand and blood.
Or he's gonna get that damage off.
Counter and strike.
They are under my
Shen's gonna level. Fiora is also going to level. If he has Vile Feast, we have single combat, which is great. Okay.
easy.
So looks like we're gonna win with Fiora this game. Here's 9. I just realized it's gonna be a really long video because the Aphelios game took like 10 years. Okay, so we don't have to play this. We're just gonna go all in for the Fiora win con here. In fact, we're going for this first. So he can single combat this. And if he's smart, he might try like just sack the spider so Fiora can't kill it. Which is what he's going for. Vengeance. So I think we just win. I think we win. Okay. Because the only thing he could do is Vile Feast the Fiora. Which won't work. Because this is dying. And then this is dying. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was a great win. Yeah. I'm not sure if we'll do one more because the Aphelios game is long, but if there is, here. Okay, so I decided to just do one more. Looks like we're against Nightfall. This kind of looks pretty sweet. Could discard the Cythia because we're against like an aggro deck or like mid-rangey, I guess. Nightfall aggro's not really aggro, and we're attacking on odds anyway. So I prefer to get the spells that'll protect our units. Yeah, we could just go ahead and play out the King Blade here. Probably, yep.
Night flowers upon my blade.
Pass. And this is the only Nocturne deck, so I never seen this since the patch, so I did not know they ran these. Is it like super important for me to stop this Nexus strike?
No more hiding.
My life for these lands.
And I don't think so. Like, I'm fine with trading that, but I don't think I need to stop the flight. I mean, that is a pretty sweet effect. I will admit, that is a sweet effect. Nice inclusion to the deck. We can pass it. He probably wants to play something, but we'll just burn his 1 mana. I don't think the 3 damage is worth. Has Nocturne. Not sure if these decks still run Cygnus or if they go for Atrocity. Not quite sure what the play is.
We were peaceful once.
I'm like pretty down to play the Shen here. But he can still play Nocturne. I don't think I care if he plays Nocturne.
2 worlds, 1 balance.
Because we're just gonna single combat the Nocturne. And then that's good. Because he can Dusk Petal and then play Nocturne, which is scary. Or he Dusk Petaled it already. Did I say I'm gonna single combat?
Everything I've worked
Yeah, that was bound to happen. Okay, so that's fine. That was a misplay. I forgot Nocturne gives minus 1 to everything.
Temperamental as moonlight.
It's been so long since I've seen that card.
Balance.
I'm just gonna be real. It's been too long.
We will resist.
But I'm glad he wasted it here instead of saving it as a finisher.
Mother Moon, veil me.
You can pass. If we're really concerned about them, you can start single combating them.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish, Moon Sister.
Honestly, I just want to kill this while I can. If it levels up, it's gonna be a pain to get rid of. It's leveling up now.
Moonlight Guide tried to blind
But
me with
my
their
Screeching
splendor,
Dragon should
but they could not break
have no
me.
problem killing it. Yeah, 4-4, not a problem. Alright, great. So, okay, great draw actually. Can go ahead and play tracker. Maybe we're tanking for. Still only gonna tank for.
We each defend our brethren.
Dusk approaches.
I'm keeping this repose. That's why I was playing the one drops first. Because if we play the River Shaper, tap out of too much.
Forgive me. Night descends. Face your heretic.
I think he can Unspeakable. But how concerned am I if that happens? I guess 2 cards. Let's just go for it, honestly. Alright. Took the risk, paid off. Very nice. Now we have pretty much a full board.
Rivers shape the land.
Give it life. Yeah, so we're gonna, I think, bury a bird,
Must be done.
dragging the goat. This bird is going to drag the elusive. Actually, do we sack the bird and protect the dragon? I like that. No. I think the play is. Wait. The dragon drags this because it's elusive. You save this bird, and then. Fuck, the play is protect the dragon. But it's kind of late, huh?
Nature blesses her followers.
Fuck! I should have just swung. No, it's okay. We're still gonna get value off of everything. I think this is an okay line. But I think the play was if we wanted more damage to protect the dragon and then drag the crescent. Guardian.
Been a long path to get here.
So Cytheria, we have concerted. I think we just pass, to be honest.
Strength and grace.
Beauty in the blade.
Raise your weapon, Sunward.
So let's kill this. Actually, I kind of want more cards instead of just the stats. Oh. Okay, so those are the games. Yeah, good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Deck codes in the description below along with my other tournament decks. I am not sure which tournament I'm entering because there's 2. I'll check the times and probably post it in the description. But I'll be streaming the tournament, so if you wanna watch, be sure to check me out in the description down below. Yeah, see you guys next time.